Okay, let me ask everyone a question. As a parent, how do you feel when you hear on the news that there has been a shooting on campus? Or if there's been a rape or sexual assault on campus? Anybody want to give me an answer?
Devastating.
Okay, does it make you wonder if you should even let your child go to campus, go to college, and live on campus? You ever thought about that?
No.
Hopefully, my research will alleviate some concerns about the safety of students at Mansfield University. Pennsylvania's Mansfield University has implemented many safety policies on campus to protect their students from harm. And I'll tell you about a few things. I'll tell you about the safety rules in the residence halls, about their policy on drugs, alcohol, and firearms, about their lockdown procedures, and about their campus police force. They do provide safe living quarters over there. At the beginning of the semester, all of the students and employees are given all of the safety rules and regulations. They're told where everything is that they need to find in case of an emergency. All of the dorm entrance doors are monitored by a security system, and it's attached to a little code system that goes into the office, so that if a door is left ajar, they will get a signal that tells them that a door is left ajar, so they can go shut that and check that. All the student room doors are self-locking with peepholes, which kind of gives a little wake-up call to the kids, because they have to start making sure their keys are on their body at all times. If they step out of their door is going to lock behind them. So this has been kind of funny, because I think there's been quite a few little to-dos about all that. But anyway, if their keys get lost or stolen, they need to report that as soon as possible, and then the maintenance people will change the locks on their doors. So that is a safety feature that they have. Also, all of the ground windows are locked, so no one can crawl in the window. All visitors to the residence halls must be registered and given a guest pass. Callers are only permitted in particular areas, must be accompanied by a resident of the hall, and there can be no strangers wandering around. All outside doors are locked at midnight in the residence halls, and fire drills are held monthly in each residence hall. Now, as we would expect, drugs, alcohol, and firearms are banned on campus. Possession or usage of any alcoholic beverage, any drug paraphernalia, or illegal drugs obviously are prohibited. Students' rooms can be searched if an incident has been reported. Their room will be searched. Firearms, bows and arrows, knives, ammunition, and fireworks are also banned from all locations on campus, including being kept in trunks of cars. So if anybody brings in a gun or a bow and arrow from home for hunting season, they do have to check that in at the university police office. If any weapons are found, they will be forfeited, and the student will be prosecuted under campus or the town criminal code. Now, lockdown. That's something that we've heard a lot about in the last couple of years, and they have a pretty good policy here, I think. All staff and students immediately lock all buildings when an emergency is declared. They stop what they're doing, they lock the buildings. That prevents entry from people who are meaning to do harm to the building occupants. Occupants remain where they are until the lockdown is lifted, unless there's a need to escape that particular building. So they stay where they are no matter how long it takes to get everything lifted. They're kind of stuck in that building. Emergency notices are sent via radio, email, university homepage, campus TV and radio, and Channel 10. So there's no reason that any student would not be aware that there was a lockdown. And their police force, I was kind of impressed by this, really. MU has 10 full-time commissioned police officers and 18 student staff on campus. The university police department is staffed 24 hours a day. Police do urge the students to walk in groups and practice personal precautions, especially in the dark, but there is a campus shuttle, which I was not aware of. There's a campus shuttle that operates until late at night, and the police department does provide a personal safety escort. If there's a class, somebody has to go from a building down to the lower parking lot, which is quite a ways away. They will provide an emergency police escort if you need one, if the shuttle isn't running or something like that. Now this is a tongue twister, so I'm going to just read off the paper the way it is. The annual crime report for 2008-2009 states that the Jean Cleary Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Crime Statistics Act requires certain incidents to be included in an annual report. All students, visitors, and staff are encouraged to report criminal acts and emergencies as soon as possible. And we know sometimes that kids don't like to rat out other kids, so they're encouraged to do that. But the staff is actually, the employees of the university are actually required by law to report incidents to the university police. So I have a little handout here that I'm going to give to everybody. This is that report that I just mentioned, and it actually gives the different crimes that are required to be reported, and they consist of things like murder, manslaughter, sex offenses, robbery, assault, burglary, weapons, drugs, and alcohol. And as you'll see, the liquor laws are the things that are violated most often, as we would expect, and the drug laws would be the next thing. But I was very happy to see that there are no murders, very few sexual assaults. It looks to me like it's a fairly safe place to go to college. In conclusion, everyone on campus has a responsibility to contribute to the safety of themselves and other people. Students are to report questionable people or activities to police or staff. They're not to overlook the presence of unescorted or unauthorized individuals or let them in. University police use day and night patrols as discouragement to criminal activities. And last but not least, Mansfield University Student Affairs Division Office state on their webpage that they labor within the campus community to maintain a safe, helpful, and intellectually stimulating learning environment for students. I personally appreciate the efforts of Mansfield University to provide safe residence halls, to set up a substance abuse and firearm policy, to initiate a lockdown procedure program, and to have a real police force rather than rent-a-cop. I feel their safety policies will satisfactorily compare to other colleges in our area, and I feel actually pretty good about letting Tricia go over there now. So thanks for coming, thanks for taking time out to come, and I hope that you have learned something while you were here.